Hello, beautiful Taurus. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. This is your January 2023 general tarot forecast with me, Julie Poole. Hello. Thank you for being here. So this is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watching, however you want to watch it. And it is worth checking out your other signs, particularly your rising, if you know it. All right, my lovely people, we're going to be looking at January's energy and then what potential challenges there are and what the outcome is, and finishing off with an angel card. So we're starting off with, let me bring the camera up so you can see me choose the cards. We're starting off with some animal oracle of the general energy for January for my Taurus, then we'll add tarot to it. Okie dokie. All right, let's see what we have got for you. We have skunk spirit, know your worth, dragonfly, truth transcends illusion, and vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Oh, okay. All right, where do you want me to start, please? I'm just talking to my team. We want to start with this dragonfly. All right, I love dragonflies. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures. But in the animal oracle, they represent illusion. Now, we can all do this, convince ourselves black is white. We can overcompensate and excuse behaviours and patterns and tell ourselves it's all right, really. Now, as we come into January, we are going to find that the illusion is falling away and the truth is coming through. So whether that is in you convincing yourself that black is white, that your job is okay when you really hate it, that your relationship is brilliant when it's not so brilliant, whatever it is that you may have, okay, a little bit of illusion around, you're going to see the reality this month. Now, why is that going to pop up? Now, for some of you, this is to do with family. For others, this is to do with relationships and homes. Okay. You may well be, for some of you, saying to yourself, it's okay that I work a zillion hours because I need to make sure that I can cover all the costs for all the things that I need to pay for and I need to buy. What's going to happen this month is you're going to start to say, why am I doing that? Do I really need to buy those things? Do I really need to, all right, they're correcting, they don't like the word need. Why am I choosing to burn myself out in order to pay this X, Y, or Z? Huge mortgage or membership to this, that, the other, or all of those kind of subscriptions. And you're going to take a little bit of a step back this month and start looking at it and say, do you know what? If I got rid of this, this, and this, or I reduced this, this, and this, I could reduce my hours and that would serve me much better. So there is an awakening, if you like, on just seeing the reality of what it is and what it's doing to you. Now, the reason for that is because of skunk. Now, this is all about our worth, our self-worth. Now, when we are putting everything else above our self-worth, then we're in that illusion type thing. So they're just giving me some examples, like the example of working a squillion hours or working in a job you hate in order to have the money to pay for things that you don't really want or need, but you substitute them to cope with the misery of the job that you're in. Do you see what I mean? We get in this kind of cycle. Now, this isn't going to apply to everybody. Please use the cards as they apply to you. And if it doesn't apply to you, that's okay. Not every message is for every person. So this is all about your self-worth ramping up and you looking at your health, your well-being, your happiness and saying, do you know what? I'm going to rebalance. I'm going to make some changes. But so one of the reasons that you hold back from that is we do have this real adversity to wastage. You know, we can't waste that. You know, well, I've been there a long time, or I've been in the relationship a long time, or I've had that friendship a long time. If I was to make changes, then it would be a waste of all that effort. And Spirit is saying nothing is ever wasted. Nothing is ever wasted, because we learn from it, we grow from it, we change from it, we expand from it. Nothing is wasted. So if there is a part of you saying, I can't walk away from that because otherwise I've wasted all of that time, please know that that time was relevant, and perhaps that time is past. All right, let's have a look what the tarot want to add. Let me bring the camera down so that you can see them properly. All right, let's straighten them out for a start off. Okay, the camera isn't always particularly straight on the table. Okay, let's have some clarification then. What's going on for my Taurus, please, for January? The current energy for January for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. So we have the Hierophant and the Three of Cups with that skunk spirit. Tell me about Dragonfly, please. Five of Cups. Yeah, something needs to come to light here, guys. Five of Swords. These are cards of conflict. Nine of Wands. All right, there is definitely a message here about this illusion. Okay, and the Emperor. Tell me more. Okay, the Tower. Yeah, something here definitely wants to shift, guys. All right, so it's this Worth card. Okay, this skunk spirit. Know your worth. When you see your light, your power, your magnificence, your incredibleness, you really start to ramp up that self-worth and self-belief and self-love, and you start to look around at this illusion. All right, this is a shift here for you, for the better that wants to come in. But with your worth, look, we've got the Hierophant with the Three of Cups. These are very strong positive cards. The Hierophant is this higher knowledge, the higher knowledge to this inner knowing, this wisdom. It's also a card of commitments and contracts. Now, you are examining those, as I said when I gave you the channeled message about those three oracle cards at the beginning there. There is a sense here of, as you allow your worth to come up, you start examining these contracts and commitments, and you start to look beyond what's on the surface and start feeling about, what does it do to me and my worth? Because I am allowing that worth to rise. And you know what? I'm going to feel so much better for it. This is a celebration. This is me really feeling good here, the Three of Cups. This is a sense of getting back to me. Have I lost me a little bit along the way? And that can happen. It happens to us all. So it's all around this worth, and you examining these commitments. Now, this illusion, this dragonfly, truth transcends illusion. And it's a 22. This is particularly around relationships. 22 is a master number. And it's all about the way we interact with ourselves and with others. And as that self-worth comes up, you are looking at, what am I kidding myself about, convincing myself about? Fives are about change, and often a little bit uncomfortable. But we need to recognize what's really going on under the surface in order to embrace the change, welcome the change, make the change happen. So the Five of Cups is, I'm upset about this. And the Five of Swords is, I have conflict about this. Is it worth the battle? Can I do it? Have I got the strength? And you absolutely do and have got the strength. I had to pause it there. Sorry about that. That was very interesting, because Siri kicked in and started waffling about, have I got the strength? And I had to pause the video and stop it for a moment. So there was almost like a second message. That has never happened to me before when I've been recording a reading. So everything is relevant, okay? So have you got the strength? Absolutely. But yes, will it be a bit of a battle? Because the thing is, we can be pretty good at disagreeing with other people, we can often not be so good with disagreeing with ourselves, especially when we convinced ourselves black is white. We have a belief there and we don't want to shift that belief. We don't want to challenge that belief because it's uncomfortable. But the advice here is that that's what needs to happen. It's up to you what you do with it. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you the information that's coming through. There is an illusion here. Now, for some of you, this isn't about relationships, and this isn't about relationships with other people or jobs. This can absolutely be you convincing yourself it doesn't really matter that you eat 10 bars of chocolate. It doesn't really matter that you drink 10 bottles of wine a week. It doesn't really matter, because it does. But we do this convincing ourselves as a defense mechanism. So maybe January is the time to do dry January and stop the alcohol for a month. Maybe January is the time to do clean eating, clean living. Maybe it's the time to examine what might be an illusion. There is a real truth time coming up here, all right? So they are giving you heads up that this can be challenging for you and it can be hard work. It's a bit of a battle. The Nine of Wands is the battle-weary soldier. So it's not easy to make these changes. It's not easy. But when we do, we step fully into our power and our worth. Here's the Emperor. So this is the outcome for you. You are stepping into this beautiful Emperor energy by really allowing those illusions to come up. So how can we do that to help yourself? Is to say to yourself and the universe, I'm giving myself permission and welcoming all illusion into my awareness so that I can see it for what it truly is. And you can say to the universe, thank you for helping me to see what I need to see. Thank you for helping me to be aware of what I need to be aware of. Yeah. And the universe will help you, and your inner being will start bringing things into your very clear awareness once you align with it, which is giving yourself permission. All right, show me where I'm convincing myself that black is white. And you'll start to see little signs and synchronicities. You might be drawn to a video or a book or a conversation with somebody when all of a sudden, the blinkers are off and you can see clearly. And then it's up to you what you do about it, to say, am I going to then take the action? Because it is going to be a little bit challenging. It might be a little bit uncomfortable. I might be a bit squirmy. But if I can do that, I will step into my Emperor power and really know who I am. Really embrace my worth. All right. Now we have the Tower with the vulture spirit. So the Tower is talking about this change. Can be quick, sweeping, sudden, but absolutely worth it, and it's not wasted. This shift, this change will absolutely serve you. So allow it to come in. All right. So that's the energy for you in whatever area this is for you. Allow that to sit and fit with you. All right. Let's have a look at potential challenges, as if we haven't got enough. Sorry. But, you know, you'll look back with the benefit of hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, and say, do you know what? It was uncomfortable, but it was absolutely worth it. And I'd rather know. So the challenges, we've got the Three of Swords. We don't like this card. It's painful. So potentially for some of you, not all of you, this can be painful. All right. So that's a challenge. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow moving energy, which means that this shift can take a little bit of time to work through and out the other side. But you will be so much more secure and stable and strong for it. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups with the Lovers in the challenge position. So this is basically you kind of saying, I like things the way they are. I'm happy in my illusion. Leave me alone. Ignorance is bliss. You're wanting to just stay within a happy bubble that you've created as a defense mechanism, as a protective mechanism, particularly around relationships. I don't want to see it. I'm happy as I am. Yeah. I might have a little inkling that my spouse is playing away, But I don't want to look at that, because on the surface, everything is happy. Is it? You will know. You will know if you allow the truth to come up. All right. So that is the information that's coming through. Now let's look at the outcome. And the outcome is going to be different depending on whether you're going to stay in the illusion or come with the truth. So let's have a look. What's the outcome for Taurus, please? What's the outcome? We've got the World. We have the Eight of Swords. Oh, that one came first. We want it that way round. Okay. So where we were stuck, where we didn't want to see, where we didn't want to act, where we didn't want to look. When we look, we can bring something to a close. The World, a major ending, a major completion, a major cycle closing out. Tell me more about the outcome, please, for my Taurus. Four of Wands, Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Two of Wands. That's a really good outcome. A really good outcome. All right, so let's look at this. So this is the outcome, Taurus, where we were stuck, which is all, the Eight of Swords is all about being stuck in your mind. Yeah, it's not actually stuck in reality. It's you believe you're stuck, and so you have been stuck. But as that illusion falls away, you unstick and you start to make those changes to bring something to a close, to a completion, to an ending. This is significant. It's a major arcana. Something needs to end here. Something needs to shift. As you shift it, this is the outcome. You've got these two fours. Fours are about foundations, and these are beautiful, strong, solid foundation. So the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, the mastery. This is saying, right, I've done it. I've put an upgrade here. I've put an improvement. I've promoted myself into a higher energy of truth. This is also a card with the Four of Wands of home and stability. Because the thing is, a home that's built on a shaky foundation, a false foundation, is very unstable. As you allow the truth to manifest, to out, the truth will out, then the home actually stabilizes properly, securely. And yes, you can take a step back and you can rest, retreat. Four of Swords is all about, that was hard work, and I'm going to take a little bit of time for me to recover. All right, this is self-reflection, meditation, sleep, rest, taking a step back, retreating. So you will deal with this. You will have a more stable, secure foundation, and then you will rest, and you will bring to an end betrayal. You will bring to an end anguish. Because the thing is, when we're looking on the surface at something and convincing ourselves it's okay, when really it's not, it's exhausting, because our inner being knows. It absolutely knows. And it can be railing against. There is an imbalance in the energy, because the inner self is truth. And so when we don't want to see the truth, we're denying a part of our inner self. So as we see the truth, it ends this. The Ten of Swords is an ending of something that was really uncomfortable deep inside. It comes to an end. And then we can go in a new direction, a new beginning. The Two of Wands is the world opens up, new options open up. We start to see different options and directions that we can go in, and we do it differently because we've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, not going back there. So Taurus, January looks like a significant shift in awareness, which has its challenges. And for some of you, there's going to be relationships ending, jobs ending, behaviors, patterns, habits, addictions ending. But it's absolutely worth it. And then you're moving forward and doing it very differently, much more empowered, much more you. So let's get the final message from the angels for you. And that's the one that wants to come. Look, love it. Success. Success. You will achieve this. You will do this. You've got this. It's going to be a bit of effort, but you've got it. If you are one who is going to say, right, I'm giving up XYZ, sugar, alcohol, gluten, dairy, I'm giving up that toxic friendship, I'm giving up that toxic relationship, shift the wording from giving up to walking away. Because when we use the words, I've got my therapist hat on now, when we use the words giving up, we automatically think that that's a defeat energy. Yeah, giving up. It's a defeat energy and we kind of go against it. But when we say I am freeing myself, that's a positive energy. I am walking away from that. I am freeing myself. I am liberating myself. That's a very positive energy. You absolutely will be successful. All right, you've got this. Now, if this is about career, I will be doing money and career readings over the next, in about probably a week, 10 days. So keep an eye out for those as well. And thank you for being here. And if you haven't, do consider subscribing. And I am open for bookings for private readings, both live and pre-recorded, if you would like to book your own reading. And I'll see you next time, Taurus. You take care.